Tonight we bring you baseball from the Big Apple. It's the Pirates and the Mets here from Citi Field in New York. And the winner of tonight's game will claim the series. And the Pirates looking to rebound after an extra inning defeat last night. Who will win it tonight? We'll find out in a bit here in the finale. And welcome into the booth. Joe Block and Bob Walk with you here tonight as the Pirates back in action, trying to see what they can do against these Mets who have been struggling, but they ended up pulling out a victory last night. And now tonight we'll see if we can keep riding the bat of Gregory Polanco. He's been a grande nitro cup of coffee so far.
He definitely has been swinging the bat very well of late. He's got a couple of home runs now in this series, and not really an easy ballpark to hit a lot of home runs in. So you got to blast him to get him out here. A lot of times heavy air. He moved off the plate. We talked about that a lot 3 weeks ago or something like that. And I think what we're seeing now is we're seeing some fruit to that decision. Jeff Branson convinced him to give it a try. Really an example of why you don't want to just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Try some different things. He's off the plate and you can see the results.
Now over the last 10 days, a couple of home runs in this series, but also two drawing walks, doing a lot of things he needs to do to help create some offense for the Pirates.
They're doing very well. He's not the only guy that's back to form, is he?
No, that's true. On the mound as well for the Pirates, Ivan the Great is back. Ivan Nova in his 3 games since coming off the DL. He's been excellent. He'll get the ball for the Buccos tonight as they battle the Mets here in New York. Start for the Mets tonight. Pirates can win the series if they beat Mr. Wheeler. Ivan Nova, the starter for the Pirates. He has been awfully good since coming off the DL. That stint really helped him. Looked like he's been really sharp.
Yeah, really came back with I don't know, just a freshness to both the fastball and that curveball of his. But I really think it's the curveball that's been showing up most. Watch this one right here. Wow, down and in, back foot curveball. Look at the sharp break. I mean, that's the difference. It's been wiping out the left-handers.
And for Nova and Wheeler, that's our pitching form for tonight here in the series finale. And let's go back to our studios and check in with Rob King. He's got a game break.
Pirates Baseball is brought to you by T-Mobile. Show your military appreciation and use hashtag HatsOffForHeroes. T-Mobile will donate $1 for each post. And by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. Let's go Bucks!
Mr. Clutch, Wilmer Flores with the walk-off as it begins to rain here. The sky's opening up just a little bit now, and the grounds crew on standby here as some light rain expected on and off throughout the normal game time, but maybe something intensifying later on tonight. We shall see.
After midnight, I think they're going to get hit pretty hard in the area, but hopefully just these sprinkles and we'll get it in.
Meadows in Flushing, apropos here at Citi Field. This area called Flushing Meadows, where the tennis is played, and of course baseball shortly after the Mets were founded here. And Austin Meadows is the leadoff man in the Pirates RAV4 lineup tonight, with the Joshes Bell and Harrison to follow. Colin Moran cleans up. Diaz will hit 5th and Dickerson 6th. Gregory Polanco's homered in each game of the series. Mercer and Nova, the 9 hitters for the Buccos tonight.
Take a look at Wheeler's numbers on this season. He's really picked up the velocity as the season has gone along. He's throwing pretty hard now, averaging about 95 miles an hour. So keep an eye on his fastball tonight and see what kind of damage we can do against that pitch.
And post-surgery, took him a little while to get back to form in that regard. And the Honda defense for the Mets tonight. Brandon Nimmo back in the starting lineup for the first time in this series. Conforto and Bautista around him. Frazier, Rosario, Cabrera, and Flores. And Devin Mesoraco catching tonight. Wilmer Flores over at first. The game-winning hit last night. He's got all 3 walk-off hits for the Mets this season. And Austin Meadows, rookie at 316.
'97. He's picked up the pace.
Yeah, that has come back a couple of years later after surgery. Had Tommy John surgery in early 2015, and then missed 2016.
As looking at these numbers, that guys from April to June picking up, Chris Sale has picked up on average over 4 miles an hour on his fastball since April.
I wonder how much that cold weather played into some of that. Right?
Everybody else has picked up is like 2 mile an hour. He's 4. I don't know. That there's something to that. And I mean, just about everybody that's picked up that kind of velocity has been a northeast guy.
Yeah.
You look at the list.
It's a foul ball.
2 of them, actually 3 of them, Mets. DeGrom has picked up 2 miles an hour on his fastball, and Matt Harvey's picked up 2 miles an hour, but he's not at Met anymore. He has since moved on to Cincinnati, as we know. Who knows where everyone will end up by the end of the year?
Well, it just shows you, a
couple of those guys I mentioned will probably be in different unis.
Deflected, and Meadows able to beat it out. That's an infield hit to start things. Fortunate that Wheeler could not snare it.
If he just lets it go, it is absolutely maybe a 3-hop routine ground ball right at an infielder. But we've talked this subject many times already this year. Pitchers just, it's kind of like trapping a pop fly in a bunt. They don't think about it. Now you'll see some older guys do that. Every now and then you'll see somebody jerk their glove back because they've dawned on them. Oh wait, don't try and catch that. Let the guys behind me that get paid for that do it.
Yeah, it wasn't a very hard hit.
No, I think going right at Reyes. Wasn't Reyes? Who was it?
Rosario, the shortstop, or Cabrera, the second baseman?
Oh, it was Royal. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
It'd be foul if it was going to Reyes.
I saw the tall shortstop out there.
He gets his first night off of the series.
Yeah, Reyes has been out there the first 2 nights. Thought it was him. I kind of.
They've been using the same guys, but they shook up the lineup
and the
a
shortstop
little bit.
position is kind of like for them reminds me of.
Meadows running on that pitch.
What you see a lot of teams over the years do at shortstop, the veteran kind of helps the young guy maybe take over in the long run, and I think that's what the Mets are doing with Reyes and Rosario.
You see that kid get the ball. Two strikes on Josh Bell, back in the 2 spot tonight. Threw it by him at 97. Middle and up in the zone. Must have some character on it.
Well, and velocity.
Yeah.
97 gives your fastball some character.
Well, now Josh Harrison. All's well that ends well after that little squabble last night. Sliding into second base, and as routine as it gets, but both benches cleared. Even the guy who was slid into hugged him as the play ended. Asdrubal Cabrera. But the pitcher Familia took umbrage to it, and everybody wanted to get a little sprint in. Nothing more than that. That one's pretty much down the middle, and Harrison could not connect.
Yeah, so far the fastball it's playing well right now. Guys are going to have to I think right now in that dugout think this guy's going to come at us with that number 1 pitch. We're going to be ready to hit it.
Meadows was running during the Bell at bat. Stolen 4 bases. Thrown out once. Oh, the hands that time. Wheeler, when he first came up, he was a 6th overall pick, and he was swapped for Carlos Beltran. Came up through the Giants, but he was one of the elite type prospects. Had started to pitch like it when he first came up. He was really good before the surgery. But kind of like Tyone, you know, missing 2 years. What are you when you come back? No one knows, and then it's taken him a while. DL stint last year too, delaying his ascendance, and this year still has had some wobbly results. There's Jameson. Just because you're top pick doesn't mean everything's just going to be go smoothly for the next 20 years.
I think there's plenty of history, if you want to look it up, where that's definitely the case. That more times than not, it doesn't work out. Get back.
Meadows will get back in time. That lazy fly to Bautista.
Man, Meadows went a long way on that.
He's running on the pitch and had to get back.
I don't think he touched second, but he was right next to it.
Oh. He ran 170 feet.
At first, when he was going down there, I thought he needs to have a little more urgency about trying to get back toward first a little. But it did hang up there long enough for him to get back without a play.
I'm curious to see how that high fastball plays against Moran. He just swung through it, but he's connected on a few upstairs fastballs this season with some power. He's kind of moved into that cleanup role, especially against right-handers. The last couple of weeks or so. And that is a fair ball. It works. 2 infield hits in the inning. I meant to do that.
Well, if you watch the swing, he did mean to hit the ball the other way, but I don't think he meant to hit it that slowly and right down the chalk line.
Oh, Hannes Wagner would have been proud of that. Old days of baseball. Now Elias Diaz. .297, having a nice year at the plate.
Been hitting the ball very hard here in New York.
He's been filling in for Francisco Cervelli, who's been on the 7-day concussion DL and cleared for baseball activity. He can start to begin working out again, so make his way toward a return.
A couple of excellent sliders start off here with Diaz. Go along with that pretty good fastball he's showing. Trying to throw that one by him upstairs. Just didn't get a bite.
Don't forget about Pirates promotion. You score as the Bucks score. Already $9 off tickets in most sections. That's for every run the Pirates score in this series. So whatever they score tonight adds to it. Pirates.com/uscore. That one has eyes. Cut off nicely by Rosario. Showing good range.
Real good range. He's playing way over in the hole on that.
And that limits the Buccos in there first. Failed to score. Now the Mets will come to bat. You get the home half of the first. And Mickey Callaway's lineup tonight. Brandon Nimmo returns to the lineup to lead things off with Bautista second and Cabrera third. Wilmer Flores, home run and 6 RBIs in the series. Put 4 a homer last night. He'll bat fifth. Frazier and Mesoraco, the veterans. Rosario, the shortstop, hits in front of Zach Wheeler.
Didn't know his numbers this season. He'll hopefully be featuring the same pitches he's been throwing since coming off the DL. Excellent curveball with command, and he's been throwing hard with command to his fastball. Got everything going.
given up 2 total runs in those 3 starts since coming off the disabled list. And in that last start, if the Pirates had scored for him, it was a 0-0 game. And he had just come off a 4-pitch inning in the 8th. He was at 90 pitches. I said, how many innings do you think you could have pitched? He said, well, I should have been done. I said, well, what if you had a lead? Well, we would have given it to Felipe. What if you were leading 4-0? He goes, oh, I could have gone 10 or 11. Finally got it out of him. But I mean, he was pitching that well.
Yeah, there's nobody that can't throw, 110 pitches. That's not going to be a problem, and maybe not want to do that every single time you go out.
And for him, 110 pitches sometimes means 10 or 11 innings.
Yeah, well, it certainly would have been an easy 9 for him.
And he strikes out Nimmo, who prior to that finger injury has been one of baseball's hotter hitters lately. And Gregory Polanco out there in right field tonight with Austin Meadows sliding over to center. Corey Dickerson is out in left. Moran, Mercer, Harrison, and Bell around the Pirates infield, and Elias Diaz does the catching of Nova. Throws out 24% of attempted base stealers. There's Bautista. .216, but better with the Mets, and has been a pretty consistent hitter in his short time in New York.
He'll take a walk. I was shocked at his last at bat last night. He's taking fastballs just right down the middle, looking for a walk. And it was,
what was it, a 3-0 count, right? At first,
there was 2 outs, nobody on. It's a tie game, 9th inning, I think. Home run hitter, and he just started taking fastballs down the middle.
Man makes it 2 outs. Oh, he's 37 years old now. Sometimes can't get that bat off the shoulder as quickly, I guess.
But you still have to try, or you can go home. I'm a big fan of Joey Bats, but that one was I couldn't understand that at bat that he had.
Mets end up prevailing in 10 last night. The game-winning hit from Wilmer Flores, who else? All 3 Mets walk-off wins off his bat this year. He leads baseball with 9 walk-offs in the last 5 seasons. So I guess the guy from your day would be Pat Tabler, right? Known for that. Cabrera deep out to center, and Meadows get it in and limit him to a double.
Well, with the naked eye, it looked like he took his glove down a little too soon, didn't he? See what the replay shows. Thought maybe he was going to be able to make this catch. He put the glove up there to
he needed to take one more step.
Watch when he brings his glove down.
Maybe he thought it was going to hit higher off the wall.
Oh, I think he must have. I don't know. From the replay, I can't tell how high the ball was over his head. It might not have been catchable, and that's why he did it. Or he could have thought he was closer to the wall than he was. One of those 2 things.
So a double for Cabrera with 2 outs. Wilmer Flores now with a 5-game hitting streak. He's driven in 6 runs in this series. This one,
no chance of catching.
Oh yeah.
That
A giraffe.
That side view was going to show how it was 10 feet over his head. It had so much height, it was kind of almost coming straight down. He did the right thing and got the glove down and started looking for a rebound.
And with 2 outs, I still need that 2-out hit to drive in the run. Mets got ahead early last night, and then the Pirates battled back, took a lead. Mets came back to tie it in a seesaw affair. Ahead 1-2. Now roll foul. Now Flores, last night he's got that touch. Now this is a weird play too, because it hit Brian O'Nora. I think that ball was going to be fair no matter what.
No, it was fair. It didn't hit the ground before it hit him.
I believe so.
Yeah, it was fair ball. It hit in fair territory.
I just remember thinking that live last night. So umpires tonight: CB Buckner working the plate with Conroy, O'Nora, and Colbreth, the crew chief, at third. And O'Nora okay after getting hit with that. You rarely see the umpire get hit.
He was the only one that didn't walk off.
Yeah.
He was limping off.
Umpires take it sometimes too, especially behind the plate. Usually at third base, that's the easy assignment every night.
That's the night off.
Playable for Polanco.
Easy fly out.
That's the inning. A 2-out double left on for New York. And Sean Rodriguez placed on the disabled list today as we look at our Allegheny Health Network injury update. And a right quad strain will keep him on the DL for a minimum of 10 days. And Tanner Anderson had his contract selected. He had been pitching at AAA Indianapolis. He is part of the Pirates bullpen tonight. And so Sean Rod, that move retroactive to the last game he played a couple days ago, so could be out for as little as a week.
first foul ball there. Dickerson down on the end of the bat, big swing. Looks like he did that a little bit last night. I think he's trying to get back to hitting a few home runs. Been a while since he's had one.
Well, it's helped his batting average this approach this year. I mean, it's vastly different than what he was doing with the Rays last year.
Find that middle road.
Yeah. You know, coming in 299, you like that, but you know, for him.
But what was he doing in the first month? He was hitting with a batting average and putting the ball over the fence.
Very little extra base power in the last month or so.
Two strikes now. He is choking up a little bit, not quite as much as he had been, though. I don't think.
Yeah, sometimes I mean, 2-3 hands worth.
Yeah, he's just maybe an inch and a half.
It should be unplayable, and it is. Dickerson has not homered since May the 4th, and using a different bat tonight too. Looks like that's Austin Meadows' bat. Yeah, well,
trying different things,
well, yeah,
like what we were talking about with Polanco earlier.
Yeah, you have to see if it's a lighter or heavier bat, longer bat. What's the difference? But yeah, I mean, this is the longest homerless stretch in Dickerson's career. He hasn't driven in a run since the first of the month.
Didn't just pull that one out of the box either. Looks like it's seen some work already. Heavily pine tarred and got some scars on the barrel.
Were you ever around any hitters that just said, "All right, I'm going to just pull a bat out of the rack"?
Yeah,
see what happens.
Yeah. Guys were always. One of the funniest was Reedus would always, after going 0 for 4 or something, he'd come back to the dugout and he'd always say, "It's time to pull out the book of stances." He would just pick something new. He would look like a totally different guy up there. He could do that sort of thing, but he didn't want to stand pat when things were going right.
Gary Reedus. Strikeout on a high fastball. 98 from Wheeler.
The guy that throws 98, maybe not the guy you want to not choke up on. He's going to be quick with that fastball, and you're going to have to be real quick with that bat. See if he has that same bat, if we can remember.
Yeah.
Next time he hits.
Gregory Polanco. He's been swinging a hot bat. Homers in each of the first 2 games of this series.
He doesn't choke up.
The old grip and rip.
Yeah, he's the opposite. He's going to hang a couple finger or one finger anyway off the bottom of that bat. Gets it down, covers up the knob with it.
That's what Dickerson was telling me too, that with the Rays last year, that's how he used to grip the bat. He said choking up for him was just sliding that pinky finger up onto the actual handle. That was it.
You know, something that I'd never see anymore at all, but you saw it, I think, quite a lot 30, 40 years ago. Those little rubber donuts that they would put on the bat so they could choke up a little bit and still feel the knob, but it would be like a little rubber knob below their hands.
I haven't thought about that in a long time. Yeah, seen that before.
When I used to see that, though, I would wonder, why not just get an inch shorter bat? It didn't make any sense to me why they would do that, but hitters, you know, they like to do things their own way.
2-out chance for Mercer here with nobody aboard. Batting ahead of the pitcher. Lots of swings and misses tonight against Wheeler. Well, he's sharp.
Wheeling and dealing.
That slider's tight too when he mixes that in. I mean, that's coming in hard too.
There it is.
Well, that's a 92-mile-per-hour slider.
And I think that he's been able to locate a lot of them, like that last one. Even though he didn't get called for a strike, he still was throwing it kind of where he wants to. Slider right on the edge of the plate, perfect spot.
Tied the inning. The Pirates go down in order in the second. Still zeros here in the Big Apple. Mitch Keller down on the farm. He's going to be moving up to AAA Indianapolis. He is having a fantastic month of June with AA Altoona, 4-0 in his 4 starts. Microscopic earned run average, and so he'll go to AAA for the first time. And
he's on the fast track.
Yeah, we saw him just a couple innings this spring. He looked really good. And all the reports that we hear, raving. So far to report, a scoreless frame for Ivan Nova. Conforto, a game-tying 7th inning home run last night. He's starting to pick it up with the bat. What's surprising in this stretch where the Mets have careened their offense is a big reason for that. Fewest runs scored per game in the National League, but there's some guys in this lineup that you think can hit.
A couple.
So 1 out here in the second, and let's take a look at our AT&T achieving more. And down on the farm again, the AAA Indy, 3 All-Stars, Kevin Newman and Christopher Bostic, as well as Dovydas Neveroskis, will be International League All-Stars. So congratulations to them. Bostic just hit the DL today, but hopefully we'll be back. It's a 7-day DL and the IL. Todd Frazier. The International League once was an international league. There were teams in Canada, Cuba, a long time ago. The Havana Sugar Kings. Hey, thumbs up for Todd Frazier. This is a fan that was a little outspoken against Frazier when he was a Yankee last year. Gave him a big thumbs down, and it ended up being a rallying cry for the Yankees. And now this Mets fan comes out and he gives Todd Frazier a thumbs up of support. They got to meet one another and at the Mets Fan Fest when Frazier became a Met. He's giving him the okay. Who wants it? Oh, no thumbs up. He flat out.
I'll give that fastball in the corner a nice thumbs up. That was a beautiful pitch by Nova, and right now he's putting the ball where he wants to. Could have a little bit of a pitching duel on our hands, like Nova's last start.
I mean, that was the ultimate pitcher's duel.
Both these guys look like they're on their game tonight.
Patrick Corbin of the Diamondbacks was elite, and Nova went one better. Oh my, that found his glove.
Oh no, he had it all the way.
And wringing his hand out after that, probably caught it in the heel. Ooh. Gets the out the hard way. Come up to bat.
Or save himself and come up to lead off. This was definitely saving yourself. That one was going to hurt.
That's how quick it is.
Yeah. You don't have time to you don't have time to move that glove far when it's hit like that.
Having some fun.
When will this drought at the plate end?
Well, it's been about 13 months now without a hit for Nova.
You can get a hit.
He's hitless in his last 54, which only a streak by Bob Friend back in the 60s, longer in Pirate lore. Give him a batting average. Now it's in play.
You would think that if he can keep doing that, eventually one will find a hole.
Yes. And Jamison Town has his starting lineup figurine giveaway coming up on Friday, July the 6th, when the Pirates host the Phillies at 7:05. If you're one of the first 20,000 fans, you'll receive that Town starting lineup thanks to 84 Lumber. So get your tickets. Go to pirates.com for all the fun coming up in the Pirates' next homestand. This concludes the first part of the East-West Coast trip for the Pirates. Winner takes the series tonight. Pirates will travel tomorrow. Wheeler doing a good job of getting ahead tonight.
Pretty much. Can't do any better than that.
Got underneath that one. Pirates will go to San Diego, travel tomorrow, and play the weekend, and then Los Angeles after that. What's the best pitch in baseball? What's the old adage, right? Strike one.
Strike one. Strike three's not bad.
Strike three's another good pitch.
The best count is 1 ball 3 strikes.
Yeah.
Jim Umbarger told me that.
Yeah.
He was a Texas Rangers bullpen guy, big tall lefty. Always wore 13. I asked him why one day. Because it's the best count in baseball.
Josh Bell, clad in number 55. A lot of times the guys wear numbers just because that is what they were assigned.
When they showed up, that was hanging in the locker. And then you kind of get attached to it. And you don't want another number. That's yours.
Is that how it went for you?
I always just wore whatever they gave me.
Yeah. And clubhouse manager Scott Bonnet there. It gives you the number, and now if you really want a different number after a time, right, you can request it.
Yeah, if there's one available, or you can talk to somebody else and they're giving it to you.
Maybe you have some big league time, right? You can give them a nice gift. Out the other way. Hit too well. Conforto there. So Wheeler has sent down 7 Pirates in a row.
Here at Citi Field in New York, I'm Robbie Ince-Mikowski, and I'm hanging out down the left field line, hanging out with a gentleman who made one of the cooler signs. Made up my way all the way from Warsaw, Poland to see my Buccos. Can I play catch with Jay Hay? All right, you can put this sign down. I want everyone in Pittsburgh to meet Tadeusz Romanowski, who came here from Warsaw, Poland, watching your first Major League Baseball game. How cool is this for you? You're 15 years old. What's this like?
I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I've been waiting for this time for 3 years, because 3 years ago I just got to know about baseball. Yeah, and I'm pretty excited.
So it's a really cool story of how you became a Pirates fan. You have never been to Pittsburgh, but how did you become a fan of the Pirates?
I mean, the first baseball game I've ever seen, there was a game between Pirates and I think Angels. I can't really remember. and the Pirates did pretty well. They Starling Marte, he have stolen 2 bases, I think, and Francisco Liriano was pitching that night. He hit a home run, and they seemed like a great team. So I thought that they're my team.
If I remember correctly, it might have been the Los Angeles Dodgers when Francisco Liriano hit the home run and Starling Marte stole a couple bases. So pretty cool stuff by you, and we hope you have a great time. One other thing, you met Josh Harrison and got some autographs before the game. How nice was he, huh?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. He's a great guy, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
There it is. How about that? He comes all the way from Warsaw, Poland, makes a sign. He didn't play catch with Jay, Joe, but he does have an autographed baseball. He met him, Stephen Brault, many other buccos. Certainly a memorable day for him.
That is really, really neat. Thanks for sharing that. You know, think about traveling more than 4,000 miles by air to come watch a game. We're lucky we get to drive just a few minutes, see our team play. But well, baseball in Europe growing. Of course, we just mentioned Dovydas Neverauskas.
Yes, too bad Neverauskas is not here. They would have had a little something to talk about.
Vilnius
getting a lot of Pirate fans around the Baltic, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Vilnius, about a 6-hour drive. I was just Google mapping it from Warsaw, so Eastern Europe, and popularity of baseball starting to grow, and that's wonderful just to see that. And it was really cool to see Josh Harrison make his day. It really probably make his year. You think about being 15, kind of impact that has. Coming all the way here just to watch the Buccos play a baseball game tonight. Now Brandon Nimmo, after Rosario hit with the pitch, sacrificed to second. There's nothing game. Nimmo has had a sore right pinky finger and has limited him the first 2 games of this series, but
the battle of the sore fingers.
Yeah, shelved Nova for some time. Ring finger.
It's like Nimmo's got a pinky finger guard on.
Did not swing.
And he's got it on coming in. Must be his right pinky finger, because that's where he's got the guard.
Yep. He's been very effective. There, kind of see part of it. Swinging the bat is the hardest.
There it is, right there.
Hardest part of things for him.
Well, that's jammed up against that knob.
Shook his hand the other day. He said, "Give me the left hand." It said, so he didn't even want to do that.
Should just wanted a fist bump.
This is how it happened.
Ouch. On the back of his hand. What do you call those? Metatarsals?
You'd know better than I, but I think that's right. Getting hit in the hand is not fun and can sideline you for some time. Josh Harrison knows that. It happened to him twice. That broken bone right beneath the pinky finger twice. Rosario trying to take third. He'll retreat. That's the second out. Nimmo is gone. Nova trying to work around the leadoff man reaching. Bautista bounced out his first time. You said you really liked his curveball, how it's been coming out here in the last few starts.
Great. Yeah, working against everybody. When you get left-handers missing your curveball, I think that's a kind of a sign that it's a quality pitch. Got some character to it. Kind of the same thing if you're a right-hander and you're throwing right-handers change-ups and it's effective. That good change-up. I mean, that's a sign. You can't get away with a so-so change-up when you're going on a right-hander throwing a right-hander. Same thing with the curveball. It's not going to really be that effective against a lefty unless it's got some quality break to it and you're able to locate it a little.
Lefty just sees it better. Is that why?
Well, and it's not starting off, you know, at him or on the strike zone and then breaking away. It's coming right into him, and yeah, you could see the ball better, but you're not you know, your first reaction is not to, like, you know, flinch because it's coming at you like, oh, what is that? You know what I mean? It's so the
fear factor isn't there.
Yeah, it's not there at all with a lefty. I mean, if you got a kind of a so-so curveball lefty up there, probably the best case scenario then is to try and backdoor it. You know, start it way off the plate and bring it in just enough to nick the outside corner, and hopefully you get a call from the umpire. Use it as a change-up if it's a little slower. Change of pace, kind of like what Greinke does with his. You know, he really throws his so slow you see guys way out in front of it. That curveball can really, because guys can change speeds with it so easily, can be 3 or 4 different pitches. You know, you can flatten it out, give it more depth.
That one straightened out into the corner. Rosario is going to score. Bautista content with a double. 2-out RBI hit. The Mets start off with a 1-0 lead.
He's been really getting a lot of walks, even though he's not hitting much. At on-base percentage is way up there. But with a runner at scoring position, he's not looking for a walk here. And he takes that fastball that's on the outside corner. Pretty good pitch, maybe a little higher than Bautista would have wanted it, but still, or excuse me, a little higher than Nova would have wanted it. But Bautista's still able to just shoot it the other way down the line. Good job of hitting there by the old guy.
He's 7 for 15 now with men in scoring position since joining the Mets. It's almost 500.
I mean, they will probably be able to, I don't want to act like he's a house, but they'll probably be able to flip him, you would think, here in the next month or so. And
when they get guys healthy and he won't have a spot.
That'll be
just checking out Rosario after being struck with a pitch earlier. So Bautista replacing him at second. Mets do something that Arizona could not in Nova's last start, and that was score against him. Cabrera has the other hit. He doubled with 2 outs in the first. Got away with that one a bit.
Yeah, that one right down the pipe. Just laid on it.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Bautista out at second with 2 outs. New set of signs with the runner there, I guess, right?
And sometimes you change your mind, or you forget what it was, and you say, hey, let's do this again. make sure we're on the same page.
Probably can't hurt. Pirates threw 4 wild pitches last night. They lead baseball in that category.
Been running away with that all year. They slowed down a little bit, had a little slump in that. They picked the pace back up. Not something you want to lead in, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're on pace for a team record in that category. Now 3-2. Pitch inning for Nova after a brisk second.
Not on the same page.
Yeah, trying to figure out what he wants to do here.
Diaz went through a couple sets of signs. Said no twice.
The range of Moran, and that allows another run to score. 2-0 New York. A little bit out of sync here with 2 outs in this 3rd inning. Nice job of hitting by Cabrera.
Kind of what Colin did. Hit the ball right down the line. This one just inside him. Dickerson doing the right thing too. When he once got to that ball, throw it to second. Cabrera was definitely rounding the bag, and he was in a position to go to second and get in scoring position. And if that throw went anywhere close to the plate.
Ray Searage out for a mound chat. So the Mets put up a pair here after 2 men were out.
I think Ray's watching that as we were and seeing the shaking off. And they're not really in sync, and then Nova not happy giving up that base hit after all of that, and I think Ray wanted to go out there and just settle things down a little.
Yeah, you don't see Nova kind of make that grimace out there very often. I mean, he's usually just goes and does his work, so clearly unhappy there after the Cabrera single. Romero Flores. Two across here in the Mets 3rd. That should get him out of it.
Who wants it? It's going to be Jordy.
Well, the Mets in that inning score as much as Nova had allowed the whole time since he's come off the DL. 2-0 New York.
It's time for the Toyota all-wheel drive RAV4th inning. Toyota, what drives you?
And back here at Citi Field in New York. Great to see a lot of the Bucco fans. Been here all series long. The winner will take this series, but the Mets move out in front of the rubber match 2-0. Zach Wheeler has been sharp. He's allowed 2 infield singles back in the first inning. That's been it.
I kind of thought early after the first couple hitters we could go up there maybe and jump on that fastball quite a bit, but then he started carving out that outside corner with his slider and kind of create some problems with that big fastball and the command of that slider. One of those got to go. Maybe he'll lose the feel of one of them for a while. Take advantage of that.
Usually his command is not exemplary. I mean, it's fine.
Not horrible, but it's not great either.
Yeah. Tonight's been really good. Let's go downstairs to Robbie.
Well, guys, Colin Moran stepping up to the plate here. He grew up in Rye, New York, about 21 miles north here at Citi Field. And he did something really cool, giving back to his old school. Iona Prep School. He invited the whole team back to watch BP and come to the game last night, as we got some pretty cool shots of him behind the scenes, meeting and greeting and taking photos with the current class of Gales baseball. How cool is that, Colin Moran? He's got a brother who organized a big group outing tonight. There's a bunch of people here. Parents Bill and Diane, his wife, is here as well. So pretty cool homecoming for Colin Moran, and let's hope the Buccos can win a series for Colin. His first time playing as a big leaguer back in his hometown.
That sounds great, and nice to see the rookie already giving back. First time ever playing in New York. First full major league season.
Always a little different coming for that first time and playing in front of home folks. I'm assuming this is his first time in New York.
I just said that.
Oh, you did? Well, I was thinking, I didn't know if he played with the Yankees. I mean, against the Yankees.
Yeah. No, this is the first time. Had a double his first plate appearance back on Monday.
Where is Rye? How far is that?
He said 35 minutes. I said with traffic. He goes out without. I said okay.
Without.
Yeah.
35 minutes. That means it's only what, about a mile or so over here.
How about Robbie tells us about 21 miles north of here. So never was a Yankee nor a Met fan, really. Just a baseball fan, though he cheered on the Orioles for a short time because his uncle is B.J. Surhoff, who was catching for the Orioles for a time.
As long as he's not a Boston fan, that's okay. Can't live around here and be a Boston fan.
That is frowned upon. Alias Diaz.
And I think most folks here are required to either pick one or the other, too. Either
I would think so,
Yankees
right?
or Mets, one or the other. You can't be both.
Yep, one or the other. But they get along fine.
I don't know.
Yeah, Boston was dispatched as far as the Mets fans are concerned. 86 World Series. That was the first one I ever watched. When I was 8. I was really into baseball. Now I can understand it. And couldn't believe the Red Sox lost that series. Game 6, and ball got underneath Bill Buckner's legs. And John McNamara, the manager of the Red Sox, did not substitute Dave Stapleton as he normally did. Play over at first base late in games, wanting the veteran Bill Buckner, one of a very, very good player for a long time, and Mookie Wilson there. War number 1, part of the comeback for the Mets in Game 6, and then they went on to win Game 7 to claim the title. Meanwhile, this year's Mets, Zach Wheeler, 10 in a row sent down for him. Home of Jason Steele and Pete Toma, where they like to eat here on the concourse. Here, lots of great places to dine here at Citi Field. Some very good food here in New York. Let's take a look at our Barrel Automotive League leaders and the NL leaders in ERA for the month of June. Ty Block of the Giants, and then Ivan Nova right there coming into tonight's action. The next three guys all are among the overall season leaders in earned run average. In that last inning, the Mets got as many runs, those 2 runs. That's all Nova has given up prior. Since coming off the DL, this is his 4th start. Hey, 4 runs in 4 starts, you'll take it.
Every time. For your whole career.
Don't you wish, right? I mean, they'd call him Cy Nova. The foul ball.
You can tell by the sound.
Just that hollowing liner. Hey, you want it? You want it? All right, do your homework. I'm out of school.
There's no homework right now.
Yeah. And in on his hands at 94. Frazier on deck.
Thumbs down. Can of corn.
Carried a little bit out there. One out.
A little windy tonight.
Yeah, saw that a little bit last night. Nova gets the first man. Checking out the lowdown of Brandon Phillips back in baseball. Boston signing him to a minor league deal. And Jason Worth has retired. Sandy Alcantara going to make his major league debut. Matt Kemp serving his suspension tonight. for the Dodgers. The Pirates are going to take on the Dodgers next week. Ozzie Albies day to day, one of the home run leaders in the National League, having a fantastic first full season with Atlanta. I'm interested to see them. They have really opened some eyes this year. Moran with a good glove.
Always with the accurate throw.
Colin Moran.
That exit speed on this is 109 miles an hour. 109. That's scooting along the grass.
Yeah, the balls that he gets to, I mean, he's pretty sure-handed. And like you said, I mean, Clint Hurdle said a month ago or so, he is as accurate on his throws over.
Oh,
they are chest high every time.
Amazing.
Reminds him of Vinny Castilla, his former Rockies third baseman.
If there was a competition, I'd pick him over any of the pitchers, anybody, as far as just hitting the target to say, 100
throw it
feet
through
away.
a tire.
Yeah,
right.
Oh.
That guy.
That's the guy I take.
All right, it's right
it
on.
could be a lawnmower tire. I don't care. He's going to throw it through there.
2-1 on Mesoraco. I talked to him the other day. He's doing fine over here in New York. First time in a new organization. Just trying to learn the pitchers on the go. Still lives in Punxsutawney. And only gets recognized, he said, when he goes to the superstore. Otherwise, still anonymous in his hometown, and he likes that. Villanova comes back with a 1-2-3 inning.
Mikowski, and I made my way to the Mets Hall of Fame and Museum. Even though the Pirates are done playing here this year, this is still a cool place to check out and a cool ballpark. All the Hall of Fame plaques back there, including former Pirate Ralph Kiner. You just saw the 1969 World Series trophy, but the coolest part of this museum might be this, right here. One of the coolest mascots in all baseball, Mr. Met. The coolest thing about this, though, is this head is the original Mr. Met head. It was found under a staircase at the old Shea Stadium, and the Mets brought it here and put it on permanent display at the Mets Hall of Fame and Museum. And Joe and Bob, pretty cool part of this ballpark. Any baseball fan that wants to see it, make sure you check out the Hall of Fame and Museum.
Well, thanks, Robbie. This is a really cool park to tour. We saw some of the good food items here. The Jackie Robinson Rotunda. They've got a mural in the service tunnel, and that homage to Ralph Kiner, longtime broadcaster, of course, a Pirate slugger from years ago. There's a nice line drive hit for Dickerson. Well, that starts off the 5th, and back to the studios. Rob King's got a game break. Thank you, Rob. And Boston battled in that race with the Yankees, the 2 best teams in baseball, and that's going to make for an interesting American League postseason with those 2 teams. One is going to be a wild card.
There are some powerhouses in the American League, period. Houston.
Who would have thought Seattle was going to give the Astros a run this year?
They're not a powerhouse. Houston's a powerhouse.
Oh, no doubt, but they're hanging around them.
Yankees are a powerhouse.
The Mariners would have the best record in the National League right now.
Cleveland, and I think Cleveland's going to be.
Yeah, I think so too.
Those are they're going to really make that postseason over there interesting. Those 4 clubs, I think.
Yeah, Seattle though, they would be. If I can do some math here, they would be 2 games up on the Brewers, who have the best record in the National League right now. That's how well Seattle has played so far. But I'm with you. I mean, I think
they're not in the class of those other 4.
We're halfway through, and they might be an entrant. You might see a Paxton Sale matchup in the wild card game.
You get into the tournament, and
could be knocked out.
Hot team wins.
Could roll all throughout it.
You get maybe just 2 starters that are really clicking at that time, and that could be all you need.
Yeah.
But
it's fun to watch.
You got to get in. You got to get your foot in the door.
Yeah. Well, the Pirates about halfway through. This is game number 80 tonight. And they will be sub 500 at the midpoint, but the Pirates have been sub 500 at the midpoint before and found their way into the postseason. That's happened before, but trying to play some better baseball here down the stretch.
Yeah, I think at this point, the way things have gone over the last month, it's best just to game at a time. I know that's an old cliche, but
can't win 10 games tonight.
No reason to be looking ahead. Beat the team in front of you, and then come back out the next day and start all over.
And really hope that this next month of baseball is one of the best months the Pirates play, because if the Pirates are in a position where they're in contention at the end of July, talking with Neil Huntington the other day, he said, it's too early to tell.
It's always fun.
Like to add.
It's always fun for me not only to watch us, but to all the teams all around baseball and see who's going to do what, and read all the rumors and speculation. And it's part of the big part of the baseball season. That trading deadline coming up in July, end of July.
And with the Reds coming on, they've won 9 of 10. The Pirates entering play today 4 ahead of Cincinnati and 9.5 back of the leader in the division. So, but a month from now that could flip flop, just as a month ago the Pirates were right in the thick of things. Rosario is showing he can really do some things over there at short.
Oh, he's got some great range, it looks like to me. He flies left, right, in.
That grounder acts as a sacrifice as the runners move up.
But you don't want to sacrifice for Nova. That's the bad part of this. You wanted Jordy to try and knock those runs in himself.
That's why that was a big out for.
Last time up, Nova put the ball in play. So see what happens.
You smell a bunt?
No.
Yeah, Nova has. He's only had 1 sacrifice really last year and a half or so.
I would not feel confident trying to squeeze with him. Would you?
No. A pitcher, yes, but Nova has not been really good even bunting.
Yeah, a pitcher, no. But Nova.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, pitchers probably squeeze more often than anybody else, but right now, let him swing, see what he does.
Even if he strikes out, then he got Meadows.
Yeah, with 2 guys in scoring position, so that's not the end of the world either.
Score a pair with a 2-out hit.
If you try to squeeze and it gets messed up, which probably would be, then you lose that Meadows with 2 guys up and in scoring position.
Nova has never driven in a run. Now, of course, played most of his career in the American League. Tardy.
Just play Pepper.
Choke up, you mean? And just.
Well, he is choking up, but I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
shorten the swing down where it's like miniature. You know, you just punch the ball. Just punch it out there somewhere.
And Nova dispatched for the 56th consecutive time at the bat. And that will bring up Meadows with 2 in scoring position at 2 outs. Pirates could tie it with a base hit to the outfield here. Polanco, the trailing runner. Meadows with a single back in the first on a ball that deflected off Wheeler's glove. Seen a lot of that tonight. The Pirates having a hard time catching up to 97 upstairs. Everybody would. That's 17 swings and misses from Wheeler's right arm tonight on a variety of pitches too, not just the fastball.
Yeah, he's thrown 73 pitches.
And
I wouldn't have guessed it was that high.
About a quarter of them have been swung through. Weekly fouled away. Two on, 2 out, but now 2 strikes on Meadows. Base hit could tie it. Did not get the chase. Battling and staying alive.
A lot of new experiences for Meadows this first year. Hitting in different places in the lineup, different backgrounds on all these new ballparks, different lighting, and certainly every time we play somebody new, different pitchers to try and figure out.
And Wheeler figures him out. Ends the inning. And the Pirates strand 2. off your weekend with some of the best bands in the Berg on Friday Night Rocks. Get tuned into Pittsburgh's music scene as we showcase local artists and tracks throughout every Friday Pirates broadcast. Wine and Spirit, our featured performer this Friday night, as the Bucks take on the Padres on Friday Night Rocks, presented by Iron City Beer. Hey, here we are, the whole crew, Bobby and Mike.
So
Bobby and Joe.
It's very cozy up here.
I like it up here.
So
nice,
do I.
Nice booth. Good people.
You're right in the crowd, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, right down there. That's where all the people are, right in front of us. You got a little walkway there. You can actually reach in forward and grab somebody's hat off their head. Get it in.
And Rosario can run. He will advance to second.
He wasn't running until he got around first. Then he started running.
And Dickerson giving it a valiant effort, but that's a leadoff double.
Just couldn't scoop it up. Got a little bit of it, so it didn't go back to the wall. But still going to be a double. Yeah, right there, then he kind of turned it on a little.
Double ahead of the pitcher, Wheeler.
That kind of speed, you don't have to.
You don't need turbo boost.
100% to make it a double.
Yeah. He's been on both times tonight.
13 doubles now.
Well, with the pitcher up, Mets will play for a run. There's Mickey Callaway, first-year Mets manager. Pitcher's not the only one that bunts. That's a good one.
I'm telling you, he bunts well, doesn't he? The first one he laid down was dead perfect, and so is that one.
So Rosario to third with one out, and now the Mets can manufacture a run.
And your job in this instance is bunt the ball right at the third baseman. You make him field the ball, and you have done your job.
There's only one play. Rosario took 2 steps. He was at third. So defense, Pirates playing in. Moran trying to keep the runner close at first. Over at third. For Brandon Nimmo for 2. Did not start either of the first 2 games of this series. Third in the National League in slugging percentage. He can hit for extra bases. He's got power. But all you need here is a ball through that drawn-in infield or a deep enough fly ball. We saw with Rosario's speed, it doesn't have to be that deep. And Marte's not out there tonight. He's got the day off. So he sizes up the outfield arms. What a third base coach thinks about. Glenn Sherlock has it all in his memory as he's thinking about the scenarios. Dickerson thinking about, okay, what do I do in this case for Meadows? Or
if they catch a fly ball, throw it home. Simple as that right now.
If it's a base hit, then what do you do there? He struck him out. That was a perfecta.
They threw some great curveballs in this at bat. Going for the needed a strikeout. Right there. Nova happy with that call. Got him out of a tough situation with the infield drawn in.
Big strikeout of Nimmo. And now fly ball gets him out of the inning. Stack up 3 on the left side for Bautista. Drove in a run with a double. His last time around. Trying to keep this at a 2-0 game here in the 5th. And Strand a leadoff double. And Moran right on the money. And Nova worked his way out of it. Leadoff double stranded, keeps it at 2-0.
Baseball on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. Check out the Barrel Hot List at barrel.com. Now the only way to buy a car. And by Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
6th inning on its way here at Citi Field. Looking for a Bucco victory tonight to win the series. They'll have to come from behind, down a pair. But just that after Nova got out of that leadoff double.
Momentum shift, that's what that was.
No swing for Bell. Harrison and Moran, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up. Nova's pitched well tonight. Wheeler has pitched a little better though. But off the plate. 2-1.
Definitely trying to crowd Bell. Everything in. They're going to try and go in there again.
And 1 out. Let's take a look at some of our Point Park social media and checking in with all the fans making their way to Citi Field tonight, and a couple divided. Yes, the allegiances run strong. Stephen brought his girlfriend to her first baseball game, and he's letting her know which team to root for. That's nice, like that. Look, they're getting along just fine. Pops.
That's a good jersey to wear in a road town. Nobody's going to mess with you when you got a Stargell jersey.
Yeah, that's right. Skol. The Vikings. That's the guy the Twins had. A Minnesota fan, I suppose.
We got to go there later on in the year, don't we?
Yeah, that's right. Pirates will travel to Minnesota. Interleague play. That's a nice ballpark. Target
he'll
Field.
be there. We'll have to watch for him. See if he's there.
Yeah. That's a nice football field too, Minnesota. A new one. Josh Harrison tonight in that number 3 spot. He's been one of the better guys at converting the runs when there's men out there in scoring position, but he's only come up once in a situation like that tonight.
But now it's up to the man from Rye. See if he can connect.
And a little squibber up the third base line his first time. I want to give more high fives. Let's start hitting. And he listened.
Put a wry smile on Collins' face. A nice line drive the other way.
That's about all you'll get from Colin out on the baseball field.
Exactly right. Not much else. He's serious.
2-out hit. Let's see if the Pirates can muster something. Diaz, first time around, well, he had a RBI taken away from him. Ahmed Rosario showing some really good range at short.
Now, he's not quite as far in the hole this time as he was. They were really, I mean, it was like they were playing in a shift, but the second baseman didn't know about it. That's how far in that hole he was.
Well, they're bunched up on that left side together.
Where they're playing right now is kind of like the traditional right-hand pull hitter up. You're guarding against that hole as best you can with the shortstop and taking away the ground ball up the middle with your second baseman.
They said Diaz win on that, so now it's 2 strikes.
Wow. Did not think he swung. But my opinion is no good here.
See if Wheeler throws him a strike.
Swung at that one.
Yeah, Wheeler's been tough tonight. He has shut out the Pirates through the first 6. Of Inside Pirates baseball this week, it had to happen. Pitcher Stephen Brault finally struck out. We'll look at his historic streak at the plate. Plus, Jason Martin turning some heads down in Altoona. His red-hot bat earning him praise down on the farm. Those stories and more on IPB this week, debuting it Saturday at 9 p.m. Pirate pen. See Tanner Anderson in the background on the right. Just joined the ball club today. Ivan Nova hoping to not have that door open during his watch. But he's at 74 pitches now and trailing. So with his spot due up fourth next inning. Might be his last go around.
Yeah, if his spot comes up, he'll be pinch hit for next inning.
That means there'll be a man on. Not underneath it. Outfielder coming in. First time Cabrera has been retired tonight. Polanco's taller anyway. He can just reach his glove over Jay Hay, you know, even if they're in the same spot. To Wilmer Flores. Slams that one out to left. And there it goes. There's no hotter Met right now than Wilmer Flores.
It didn't get out by a whole lot, but it doesn't really matter. Home run counts the same. Right down the middle. Got a nice trajectory on that ball. Hit it just a touch over 100 miles an hour.
Sixth home run for Flores. He's driven in 7 runs in this series. And he didn't start the first game.
Every run right now is kind of precious to him also. The way Wheeler's throwing the baseball. Of course, he's probably only going to be out there another inning at most. We can finally get into that bullpen no matter what he does. As he's at just a tick over 90 pitches, so he'll be over 100 at the end of his next inning.
And this Mets bullpen has been uneven in recent times.
Well, their closer threw basically 2 innings last night.
I mean, Mickey Callaway had to go to Familia, not in a save situation, but I mean, he was just trying to keep the game tied.
In the 8th.
That's how little he was believing in some of the other guys that have faltered out there. And Fordo is the second out. Well, it's still been a good outing for Nova tonight. You know, 3 runs through 5 2/3 so far. There's Chad Kuhl, who had to leave his start last night. They visited the mound in the 4th. He finished the 4th and then came out. Some forearm tightness, and
I like the fact that they're taking their time and with a diagnosis on that. I think that I'm going to look at that as a positive. I'm going to say that you would think if there was something really bad, like if he tore something in there, they would know right away.
Yeah.
So Got my fingers crossed that maybe a little inflammation, a little soreness in there, and everything will be fine.
I mean, that's right to him. Played well right there. But Wilmer Flores with the home run extends the Mets lead. Pitcher talking between innings, and it usually signifies the end of the evening. Nova Spot's due up 4th here, and Hurdle may want to go to the bullpen no matter what, even if the spot doesn't come up. Wilmer Flores with his home run and make it 3-0 on the UPMC scoreboard.
Well, that last inning, to be honest with you, of Nova's wasn't real encouraging anyway. I mean, no ground balls. The real high fly ball to right field to start the inning. I mean, think about how far on the ball that ball was missed from being a home run.
Yeah, they were starting to connect.
Yeah, they were hitting the ball hard to the outfield. So they're going to have to, I think, make the change no matter what. That's probably what that conversation was about, I would think.
Hey, there's our friend from Poland, Pirate fan. Tadeusz coming from Warsaw to watch the Pirates, and this is where he's seated. And did he corral it? Oh yeah,
very nice.
Give it to a kid. I am a kid.
How about that?
That was really nice.
Shared it with another fan.
Nimmo found it. 1 out. Now, Robbie talked with him earlier. 15 years old, from Warsaw, Poland. Flew more than 4,000 miles to cheer on the Pirates. Became a fan a few years ago. Really a global game. Really neat to see. Great story by Robbie. Maybe you'll see another Gregory Polanco home run. He's homered in each of the first 2 games of this series. Wheeler has shown little signs of tiring, though. Glass now getting up. So it looks like it was done either way after 6. This will be his 100th pitch of the night. Wheeler's allowed 4 hits. Wheeler is allowed 5 hits. First one tonight for Polanco, who's been on 2 out of 3 times. Enhance your next game day experience with the MLB Ballpark app. You can access and manage your tickets, enjoy check-in offers, exclusive content, and much more. It includes the PNC Park Food and Beverage Finder, which tells you which concession stand has your favorite ballpark fare as well. I've been using that on the road.
Fine coffee shops.
Yeah. Bob and I like to have a cup of Joe every now and then. There's Starling Marte. He might be batting. Mercer's grounded out twice. Pitcher spots due up next. Right now, Jose Osuna is in the on-deck circle. Don't have to commit to him, though.
It'd be a little action in the outfield right now, or excuse me, in the bullpen. They are preparing for a base hit here.
Strike call. And Robert Gsellman pitched in the opener of the series. No, gave the Pirates 6, the quality start tonight, but no run support yet. One swing here could make it a 1-run game. Frazier gets 1 and around the horn for a double play. And erases the base runner, and the Pirates down in the 7th.
is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Well, the Pirates on their east-west coast swing will move to San Diego next. Our Nissan road ahead. Eric Lauer against Joe Musgrove in the opener from Petco Park Friday night. And then the Saturday night contest Sunday afternoon, all here on AT&T Sportsnet. There's Mr. Musgrove. I'm sure looking forward to pitching in his old stomping grounds there in Southern California. Tyler Glasnow now on to face the bottom of the Mets order. As tall as his summer day is long. 6'8" righty.
Days are getting shorter now.
Mesoraco out number 1. Trying to keep things right where they're at. Hey, Penn's done a better job. Yeah, they tumultuous stretch there.
Yeah, Tyler's been a part of that. He's been doing a better job.
Yeah, he's had a couple of hiccups lately, but yeah, overall
he's
yes.
He's got to be somebody you rely on. You call his name, come out.
He's occasionally pitched with a lead in a close game.
Yeah, this is I would say a close game. Yeah. A saved situation for their guy.
Last 16 games in the ERA of 281. You'll take that from a reliever over a whole season anytime.
Oh, without at all.
Yeah, that makes some dough too if they're a free agent. And we've talked about it too. The walks have ticked back up a tad here, but they're nothing like they were. I mean, it's still in that reasonable range.
He is a total different guy than last season.
He's a bona fide member of the bullpen. He's not a guy that, he's not a guy that they're just trying to get some work. He's getting outs.
Not a prospect anymore. He's out there to do a job.
He's gotten 2 quick outs. And with the bases empty. Yeah, there's Tanner Anderson out there looking to make his major league debut. Just called up for the first time today. Clay Holmes also out there. He's gotten into a couple ball games in 2 stints.
It is a pitching staff with a ton of youth on it.
Unlimited upside. Kevin Kazmarski is the pinch hitter. And the Mets, with all their injuries, they've had some new and fresh faces too. Kazmarski in his 2nd major league game now. 0 for 1 out of the University of Evansville. He was a purple ace. That's been a good program through the years down there. Indiana, Evansville. Good baseball town, always has been.
Used to be, who knows, maybe it still is. The Tigers AAA team?
Oh, yeah.
Evansville.
Yeah, Bossy Field, it still exists. It's over 100 years old. One of the oldest parks still in operation. Glasnow gets to strike out. 3-1 now to Kazmarski. And he walks him with 2 outs. Now you got to face Nimmo. It's 2 outs, run.
Not much to say.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You probably don't tell someone that who's been around a little while, but maybe his heart's beating a million miles a minute there.
You know, they could be trying to steal this base too. You know, they might have been telling him, hey, you got the green light here. You got a great big guy on the mound who at times is slow to the plate. And he's tried to speed that up, and maybe they'll let him take a shot at second. He's got a fairly good lead out there.
15 steals, thrown out 8 times in a full season last year in the minors. So yeah, a candidate to run, you'd think.
You know, 2 outs. Nobody else out there. Get yourself in scoring position. If he gets thrown out, then they have their leadoff guy next inning starting things off. So a lot of things points that he might take off. And certainly it looks like the Pirates are thinking that way. 3 pickoff throws in a row.
He's running. And he's out. Leading throw by Diaz, and Kazmarski cut down.
Net is brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers, and by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
3-0 Mets. Pirates have 6 outs to knot it or take a lead. Starling Marte will pinch hit for Glass now. Against
your new hurler,
Robert Gazelman.
36 games now. Multiple innings guy, as you can see, 47 innings in those 35 previous games. Likes bubblegum.
Chomping on that. Marte singled off him on Monday, their only previous meeting.
It's the only time I ever chewed gum is when I pitched. I don't know what it is about. Always had to have a
channel the nervous energy.
Had to have a piece of bubble gum.
Just a piece?
One piece. It had to be a certain brand.
The kind with ridges on it?
Bazooka Joe.
Yeah, with a little comic.
Yep, that's what. Had to have that. It's probably like a mental thing. It's like anything else. You get superstitious after a while. And
Clint's gone back to some gum. He gave up gum for a little while, and he's down to just a few pieces too.
I would put one in when I go to warm up. and it would stay in for the whole game until I was done. Whether that's
that was really flavorful.
After 2 innings or after, you know, maybe I'll
pitch a shutout.
Maybe I go deep in the game and it's after 5. But
you give up a hit in the inning, you should trade out the piece of gum.
no.
Clinton used to chew 13 pieces, exactly 13. Now he just a couple. Gave it up for a while. Josh Bell had some too. I just saw him blow a bubble. Look at that. Our camera operators are on it. Gum watch. Do it again, Josh.
Just thinking about it.
There it is. Oh, that was always the fun prank, right? You blow that bubble and then you put it on a guy's hat and see if he'll go out onto the field. You ever do that to somebody?
No, but I had a different thing that I would do.
The hot foot?
No, you might like this. You know, summertime it's always hot. You get little paper cups. You fill it up with water.
Yeah.
And you take a little tiny bit of gum.
Slammed out to center. And Nimmo can't get it. Carry him right to him. That'll keep Marte at second. Lead off, pinch hit double. And the Bucks in business here in the 8th.
Marte is quite a talent, isn't he? Of course, that was a poor pitch, a hanger, but you still have to do something with it.
Break off the cobwebs, come right off the bench, and
hit one to center.
And with his speed at second, opportunity for the Pirates to maybe make this a big inning. Nobody out. The Mets bullpen has been especially shaky. Marte stealing third. Just got in there. Well, down 3 in the 8th, stealing third here.
A little risky. As long as you're safe, okay. You get thrown out there, not so okay.
He's probably the one guy that can get away with that, right? 17 steals for Marte. That was the first Pirate to steal third all year. Now Meadows make it a little easier to drive him home.
Well, they won't be worried about it on defense. They're going to ignore him, and they're just playing for the out.
Yeah, 3-run game.
Yeah, this be a throw home. They'll try this time, but not close. Way wide.
Sack fly for Meadows, and the Bucks on the board.
Marte kind of single-handedly took at least one of those runs back. He's fast, huh?
Yeah. That's a game-changing speed. At least score-changing speed at this point. Dave Island, pitching coach.
You want me to finish my story? But
yeah, would you? The pranks
okay.
and such, right?
All right, you get your paper cup full of water. You get a little tiny piece of gum and you push it on the rim. Then you get another little tiny piece of gum and you put it on the other side of the rim. And then as soon as the guy you're next to, or you see somebody, he's sitting there on the bench, and he looks the other way, you stick it on the roof of the dugout, and then you walk away. In about 30 to 60 seconds, the gum gives way and it dumps the cold water right on top of his head. And at that point, you're at the other side of the dugout, Nobody suspects you.
Josh Bell starts something new.
Do you like that one?
I've never seen that one. That's a really good one.
That was a favorite of mine. Just a.
Well, the leash is short on Gazelman.
As it should be right now. He's not getting anybody out.
Tim Peterson is going to come on. He has been perfect against getting righties out, and the righty Harrison represents the tying run coming up for the Buccos here in the 8th. New York Pirates with a flurry of their own. They have scored and are looking for more, and every time the Pirates score, that means you score as well. At least another $1 off of tickets for the upcoming homestand. Most sections $10 off tickets so far. Pirates.com/uscore for more information. That is a great tie, and we need to be able to wear that on TV. All right, Clint Hurdle. Let's see if Josh Harrison can be the first righty to get a hit off Tim Peterson this year. They're 0 for 20 against him.
Wow, how about that? The whole baseball inside the strike zone, they call it a ball. Missed that one.
CB Buckner working the plate tonight. Pirates have the tying run at the plate here in the 8th. Peterson in his first big league action. Not a hard thrower, but has been very effective against righties. Lefties have hit him pretty well, so maybe that's where the Pirates strike. Well, Jay will try to change that. Two. Popped it up out toward right. The raindrops coming down. Bautista has the second out. Make your plans to come out to PNC Park on Saturday, July 7th. The Pirates will be hosting the Phillies at 4:05, and the Pirates will be giving away a fedora to the first 20,000 fans thanks to PNC Bank. Great stuff going on before and after the game as well as Teak Kent Tekulve signing autographs and the pregame block party. Go to Pirates.com. Get your tickets. That reminds you of Teak a little bit. We're in the Cobra jersey, though. So the Stargell Stars. I told you no righties gotten a hit off him, but the lefties doing pretty well. 353.
Oh, yeah, pretty
against
pretty
Mr.
good.
Peterson.
The man from Rye can tie this up.
Looking for his 3rd hit tonight. Friends, family here. How about an 8th inning game tying home run? And then that fable would grow as time would go on. It was a driving rainstorm. And Tim Peterson, who had just won his 7th consecutive Cy Young, had come on.
Tom Seaver's grandson. That fastball in on him a little bit. Can't guess with 2 strikes, but we're sitting up here. We don't have to do anything, so I am going to guess. I'm going to say he's going to go with that splitter now, down and away.
Some of the Moran family enjoying.
But he's not going to get it down and away. He's going to leave it up, out over the plate, and we're going to see a line drive center field.
I like it. I got him played deep.
He got the splitter down and away.
And Peterson gets out of it. Pirates with a run, making it a 2-run game here in the 8th. San Diego and take on the Padres. Joe Musgrove will get the start against Eric Lauer, and Pirates pregame begins at 9:30. Presented by WB Mason. That will be a thrill, I'm sure, for Mr. Musgrove out of nearby Grossmont High School in El Cajon. David Freese in the ball game on the double switch. He takes over at 3rd. He'll be batting in the 9th spot in the order. To up 5th in the 9th, and Felipe Vasquez is on.
Now Felipe, I thought looked his absolute best of the year in that last appearance. I don't know how he could have done better. He looked so free and easy, had velocity, threw the ball where he wanted to. And hopefully that's what we're going to see the whole second half this season.
Yeah, struck out the side, reached 101 miles an hour. Changeup was unhittable.
It was really that, you know, pitcher we saw so many times last year when he first took over that closer's role.
He was one of the very best closers in baseball last year.
Oh, just wipe people out.
Yeah. And if you were a lefty, you had no chance. And he's done that for the most part this year, but a little less. I mean, he's still been good. But
well, he set the bar ridiculously high for himself right out of the chute. So anything under that, and we're like, oh, what's wrong?
And he should have been an all-star last year. He was already pitching in the first half of the season. He was already pitching as well. Now, he had only been the closer for a short period of time, but he was doing things that very few pitchers have done. I'm trying to think of. I think he had the lowest ERA of someone not named to an all-star team. Something of that note. You know me trying to dig up stuff like that, stir the pot. Son.
No, you never do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, he had an all-star caliber season last year. There's no doubt. And if you can make it an 8-inning game, you know, with this young bullpen, that is, you know, this pen has shown that they can pitch well, but of course, with a young pen, you would imagine, going to have its ups and downs as it has.
You know, at some point, you really want to start seeing them be,
or at least a few individuals emerge, right?
And I get my fingers crossed. That's what we'll see in the second half of the season.
I think so.
You're getting a better and better feel for how everybody pitches. That lefty had no chance.
And he's been one of the better ones around. I mean, it was fun. It's fun to watch. You know, when he faces guys like Votto, I mean, some of the, you know, Rizzo. Nimmo's third in the league in slugging. I mean, you know, he's no slouch. Now he's not a household name like those guys, but you just pick apart those guys. Like they're going up with one of those long yellow bats.
He's a household name in my house. Grandkids watch his movie every day.
That's Nemo.
Oh.
He plays off that, though. That's his Twitter handle. You found Nemo. Now the right-handed Bautista.
That was an odd swing, wasn't it? That was
a tomahawk swing and bunt.
A tomahawk ground ball.
Yeah. But that's what Vasquez is all about. I mean, you know, he creates awkward swings. Mm-hmm. It's not just, you know, here's 101 or, you know, I mean, let me throw Bautista a couple of changeups. Let's see what, you know, he toys with hitters. And you usually get that reaction from hitters. No. What do I do?
Okay.
Throws me 2 changeups. I'm ready for that. Now he's going to throw me a fastball. Same spot.
It's not easy.
And Vasquez knows it too. He knows he can toy with it. When he's at his best, he's just having fun out there. Pirates in the ninth have Diaz, Dickerson, and Polanco, and Familia.
He's going to pitch.
Yeah, they needed him yesterday. 28 pitches, got 5 outs. I mean, really, you got to go back to him. That makes sense.
Hey.
Play the game the right way.
Hit last inning, so we won't have that.
Yeah, that matchup.
Confrontation. Unless we have a great inning. Then,
well, yeah.
But then they probably take him out. So we're hitting around.
Now the Pirates double switched with Freese and Vasquez just in case the Pirates.
Then Vasquez could.
They have a lead or tie it or whatever. They can keep Vasquez in. That's why Freese is in there.
He could save the game for himself. Didn't catch that.
There's a vendor down there. There's Freeze. Cooley makes the second out. Now the Mets trying to come back and win the final 2 games of this series. New York has not won consecutive home games since May 20th and 21st. They have been in a free fall since then. They've only won once, one stretch of consecutive games in that span too. They won 3 straight games on the road a couple weeks ago. Cabrera tonight, a double and a single in 3 at-bats. He is 3 for 4.
He's good.
He's had a good year. 2-out single.
And they don't really have a packed, lineup, but I would say Cabrera, one of those guys you'd have to. Okay, I don't want him to beat me. Flores right now is hot. Point him out too, probably.
Yeah, he homered his last time up. He's been an enemy of the Mets, or of the Pirates, I should say, in this series. 7 RBIs out of the 26 he's driven in. Missed some time with injury this year. 98 on the corner. David Wright. Still here, still trying to get back to action. Hasn't played in a couple of years.
Don't hit it down in that corner. Pirates are giving him that, trying to take away the gap.
Meadows
Freeze off the line.
And Meadows just cheated over to his left some, so that gap has widened in left center. I was playing him straight up in center a moment ago.
That left field corner is
vulnerable.
I don't want him to pull the ball.
And he does that though.
Maybe I think what they're thinking, he's not going to do it off Vasquez.
Hard to pull a guy that throws as hard at him. Is that the thought?
Yeah, it's the thought. I don't.
Hard to get around on 98 away.
They have so many spread, charts on these guys. That, what's he do off a
line grabs
off a lefty that has a 95 or better fastball? I'm sure there's.
Connected
like
on that.
It's not going anywhere.
Fairly well struck, but an out, and the inning ends. And don't forget, Pirates score, you score. And so far, $10 off just about every seat in the ballpark for the upcoming homestand. And tickets will go on sale at 10 a.m. tomorrow. For the upcoming homestand, you'll get at least $10 off. More if the Pirates score heretofore in this series. Pirates.com/uscore. Diaz, Dickerson, and Polanco coming up against Juris Familia.
Now let's keep our fingers crossed that there's maybe a little fatigue in there after pitching a couple innings, throwing almost 30 pitches in last night's game. Got to get somebody on, and then you're only one swing away from a tie.
Lefties have hit him pretty well, and a couple to follow Diaz.
Yeah, I like the spot that Polanco is in this inning.
Yeah, figure one of the two are going to get on ahead of him. And in the hold, the chance to represent the tying run. Corey Dickerson on deck. He's got a base hit tonight. And then Polanco, who is singled and walked tonight, homered in the first two games of the series. Be defensive down 2 strikes.
Hey, can't taking stuff that's close.
What's Mesoraco on here?
Wants a slider. Setting outside. Didn't really get it too far out there though. That was pretty much down the middle. Knows he got one in the center of the plate. Didn't do much with it. But you gotta get that out of your head immediately, because you might get another one right now. Be prepared.
And Diaz comes through with a base hit. And the Pirates will bring the tying run to play with nobody out in the 9th.
Perfect, and they're playing him to pull, and the location of that pitch is one that you would think you would pull down and in, borderline, maybe not even a strike, but they hit it for the most part back through the middle part of the field and stay inside the baseball. Inside half as it's coming toward you.
And Diaz aboard with his first hit tonight, setting up Corey Dickerson. Pirates down a pair in the 9th. We talk about a guy being due. Dickerson, big home run hitter throughout his career, has not homered since May 4th. And he hasn't driven in a run since the 1st of this month. How about a big hit here? Maybe even a big fly to tie.
Now I'm talking to himself a little bit, so he's shaking his head. Big hole on that right side. holding on the runner, so there's a lot of room for a ground ball to sneak out into right field. And if he is thinking, you know, along the lines of trying to get one out of here, you'd think he would. At least early on, he was trying to pull. Maybe not so much now that he's behind in the count. As we've seen, he gets in that 2-strike mode. He just wants to spray the ball around somewhere.
Dickerson with the base hit. Diaz read it well. He's heading to third, and Buck's on the pond. Nobody out.
Hit it through that hole hard. Didn't just kind of flare that one out anywhere.
And Dave Island feels deserted right now as his closer Familia hung that slider.
Some guys, I mean, I don't know. I think Familia's only been out in the 8th inning 3 times this year, I believe. So maybe it has a little bit of effect. A lot of guys nowadays, they are not real good at multiple innings.
And if they are, you give them a day usually if you can. But this Mets pen has been very shaky, and so Mickey Callaway has to go to the guys that he knows he can trust. But the Pirates now poised with the tying runs on and nobody out. And their hottest hitter at the plate right now is Gregory Polanco, and he's up.
And he's got plenty of power. A couple of home runs already in the series.
And on base twice.
And if he gets one out of here, the game's not tied.
The Pirates would have the lead.
What a great win it would be if they could snatch this one away late.
Oh, a chance to energize this club that has had a moribund month and try to avoid losing a series to a Mets club that has really been on a downslope.
Yeah, they've been reeling. So, you come in here, you hope that you can do some damage.
And then try to build on that out of that Southern California swing that's coming up. Keep the line moving. Back-to-back base hits to start. Familia doesn't have that air of confidence out there right now. His 1-strike pitch. Runners at the corners with nobody out. One to Polanco. Now he's ahead in the count.
That was close. Pitch was close. Could have called it a strike.
That's a big swing.
Might have got a double break there. Get a hold of one.
Called a strike.
Oh my. Well, maybe the count's right.
That one got by Buckner.
The other one I thought they might call a strike, and they didn't. This one's well outside, and they did. Polanco's reacts to it. He knows it's outside.
2 on, nobody out. Maybe one of those stars could go to Polanco tonight if he can come through with another Pirates hit.
Like his inventiveness.
Polanco has the hit. Here comes Diaz to score. Dickerson moves to third, and the Pirates are run away from the tie here in the 9th. 3 straight hits off Familia.
Very dangerous pitch to throw right there in that scenario. He's got the same hole to hit through that Dickerson had, and you went off speed. Cement mixer slider, and just a perfect pitch that ripped through that hole. And now tying run 90 feet away. There's nobody out.
And the Battling Bucks have made this a 1-run affair. Diaz, Dickerson, and Polanco all with base hits here in the 9th. The Mets bullpen remains quiet. The infield has to come in. And the Pirate fans here.
They know about rally caps in Poland. What's that?
Those from near and far.
He might be keeping score. I think he's writing something down.
The Pirates have trailed throughout tonight. That could change momentarily. Jordy Mercer 0 for 3. What do you do with the runner at third? Does he hold if it's right at an infielder? Does he come home? What happens here?
He's gotta go home.
Make them make a play?
Well, he can't stand there while they watch him turn a double play, because then he's at third base and there's 2 outs. Can't let the Mets turn a double play in this scenario. Now, ideally, if he's going to be out for by a mile, stop, getting a run down, let everybody move up as far as they can. But you can't be just standing on third watching and have them turn a double play. Now, they're in, but they're kind of not. You know, you look at those middle infielders. If there's a ground ball to a middle infielder, they can still turn 2. They're deep enough. They're not in with their feet on the grass.
And it's 3-0, and nothing's been close to Mercer.
Well, everything's been close to Mercer. Nothing's been close to a strike.
Touche. And a 4-pitch walk to Mercer.
3-0 breaking ball.
Familia hasn't gotten anybody out.
And he won't get anybody out.
And Anthony Swarzak, who's just gotten up, he's just getting in. Mickey Callaway pulls the plug on Familia. The Pirates have the tying run at third and the go-ahead run in scoring position. to start the inning for the Pirates. Mercer draws the walk to load him up. And the Pirates in business in the ninth. Nobody out. And Anthony Swarzak, he of 3 career saves.
Opponent's batting average .319. I like to see that. 5 home runs in 12 innings. 5 walks in 12 innings. We'll take a walk right now.
He's missed most of the season with injury. Familia, who pitched an inning in 2/3 last night, ineffective here. And Swarzak in the unenviable position of inheriting the bases loaded and nobody out.
If he gets a save here, he'll have earned it.
Yes.
Be a miracle save.
David Freese came in on the double switch, bats for the first time tonight. And David Freese flares a base hit to tie it. And Polanco's heading home. He's going to score. And the Pirates have their first lead here in the ninth.
They're happy in Warsaw.
And they're happy back home in Pittsburgh. The Battling Bucks with 3 here in the ninth.
And it's not over. They are still scoring. What a win this will be. Nice job by Freese. How many times we see this Freese going the other way? And that you avoid hitting the ground ball that way. That if when you hit that ball that direction.
Joey Cora sending him.
Yeah, a little flare out there. Polanco's going to score without any problem whatsoever. But you got Jordy at third base. There's nobody out.
And 1 pitch by Swarzak, and that turns the deficit into a lead. And now Austin Meadows, who brought in the first run with a sac fly last inning.
They built a lead now. Put a big lead, a big number up in this inning. Got a 3. Let's go for a 5.
That's a memorable night. Remember, Clint Hurdle very astutely thinking ahead just in case the Pirates do take the lead. Felipe Vasquez came on just to get some work in the 8th, keep the game close. He double switched, so now Vasquez can be out to, I mean, he doesn't get the save, but essentially save it. He's going to be the pitcher. He switched with Freese. And did Meadows go? Yes. Meadows is the first out here in the Pirates' ninth.
Don't let him off the hook here. Get at least 1 more run in.
Vasquez may bat in this inning. If he does, it'll be with the Pirates scoring at least another run. All right, I guess I have to put on one of these. That fits.
No, not necessarily.
Well, what if it's 8-3 or something? Is that what you're saying?
No, if you said that the Pirates have to score a run for Vasquez to hit. It's not necessarily.
Oh, that's right. There's only 1 out. Beg your pardon. Could be bases loaded 2 outs. Thank you, Bob.
No, that's all right. But
that would be an interesting.
What I'm thinking is if Bell makes an out here and nothing changes, they would probably walk Jay, I would imagine. Give him a point by. Or what do you got a word for that now?
Bypass batter?
Yeah, bypass batter.
Well, that'll play to run.
Ends that discussion.
Makes that a little easier. Bell comes through. RBI number 40. That doubles the Pirates' lead. They've scored 4 here in the ninth.
That's nice to get that one out of the way.
And all those runs charged to Familia. Subject to controversy last night.
Wanted it up and in and didn't get it there. It ended up being a nice pitch to hit to the outfield. Middle of the plate, above the belt.
Trying for the save, in line for the loss now. Well, Vasquez does have to bat. The only time he batted in his career was in that, and he is going to come up. Jay Hay with his first hit tonight. And Felipe Vasquez will bat for the second time in his career. The only other time was in that marathon game against the Pirates when he was with the Nationals. He was pitching
I
in extra
remember that
innings.
game, and I remember how well he pitched. I don't remember him hitting.
Well, he struck out in otherwise meaningless at bat, but here having a chance to add on with 2 outs. 0 for 1 with a strikeout lifetime for Vasquez. The Pirates have plated 4 in the 9th.
He might hit this out of here.
Well, I will,
look at the way he
I
stands.
will leap out of this chair.
Look at his stance. He's got a nice stance. Look at that. He wants to hit bad.
He scared Mesoraco into visiting the mound.
We better have a meeting about this.
How we're going to pitch this guy?
Yeah. Vasquez is loving this. He is loving the fact that they don't know what to throw him. They're talking about the way he's wiggling the bat.
He only batted 4 times in the minors too, so I mean, this is rare country. Five-3 Buccos in the 9th. They have
that bat. Oh, how about it?
He got one right down the middle.
And he took a nice rip. I love it.
Well, they're going to pile out of the dugout if he connects on one.
Couple of good swings.
Yeah.
I have to admit. Look at them. They're going to have to start laughing for a different reason now.
I mean, if he fouls off a few more,
well,
he might straighten one out.
He's got 2 fastballs so far.
Yeah.
Let's see when we put a wrinkle in one.
Yeah.
What he does.
Pirates have scored 4 times here in the 9th to take the lead. And Vasquez gets a chance to hit as they bat around.
Tell you what, he didn't embarrass himself up there.
He'll get
swings.
He'll get to try to preserve the lead in the 9th. David Freese putting the Pirates ahead against Swarzak. Familia gives the lead up, and the battle in Bucks looking to win it here in New York. 4 in the 9th. They've got a 2-run lead with 3 outs to go, scoring them all against Familia. David Freese putting the Bucks ahead, and that means 4 more runs, 4 late runs. You score as the Bucks score $14 off. Tickets in most sections for the upcoming homestand. Pirates.com/uscore. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Thanks to those guys for giving you a few more dollars off. And a chance to win this series. Vasquez with 17 pitches in the 8th. And that's why you watch until it's over, because you never know. The battle in Bucks. That's a good tweet there. Yeah, Cora with the windmill. Almost came right off.
All right, now no drama. Let's just get this one done.
Conforto, a lefty, and then 2 righties. Frazier and Mesoraco do a Vasquez needed 17 pitches to face 4 Mets in a scoreless 8th inning. And then he had to bat. Conforto 0 for 3 tonight, 3 fly ball outs. Two on Conforto, who homered last night. And there's 1 out. He can pick you apart so many different ways.
Guys just start thinking up there. I think that's what happened here. I mean, this slider is not necessarily in a real good spot. I mean, Diaz has to reach back and backhand it because it's right down the middle. He wanted the ball off the plate away. But Conforto just gave up on it. He saw where it was, looked like it was inside, made the decision, no, I can't swing at that. And then it's right down the middle. Strike 3, walk back.
1 out, and Todd Frazier. Guy who's hit 40 home runs in a season. I showed the bunt there. Decoy. Pirates with 4 in the top half take their first lead of the night. David Freese is only at bat tonight, bringing in the tying and go-ahead runs. First pitch he saw.
RBI last night. New York and got 3 steaks.
Ribeyes. DeMott. Diaz. He has the 2nd out. You ask for no drama. So far, you've gotten your wish.
No drama.
Strikeout looking and a foul out to the catcher.
Felipe very active. He was right over there with him.
Yeah, the Pirates trying to.
He was thinking about that foul pop yesterday.
Yeah. There's always another day.
Yep.
Mesoraco 0 for 3. The Pirates an out away from victory. And one of their more inspiring wins in some time. On the precipice of that. Glass now with a scoreless 7th. Good outing tonight from Ivan Nova, even though The bats were quieted by Zach Wheeler, the Mets starter. Nova kept the Pirates in the game with a quality start, 3 runs in 6 innings. And then Vasquez has shouldered the load. A scoreless 8th. Pirates bat around in the 9th. And needing one more out to shake hands and preserve a series win here in the beginning of this long road trip. And now a strike away from victory.
They will definitely, I think, enjoy this win as much as they have any win all year. And it would kind of depress you to, come in here and you win the first one, and you're playing against Mets team that is just losing, it seems like, constantly, and then to have lost 2 out of 3 would have been rough.
And to win a game like this,
coming up late, getting the runs right there in the 9th inning.
We saw this team do in April and a good part of May. And that should do it. The Pirates come back 4 in the 9th. He came all the way from Poland to see this, and he'll remember that one. We will too. Vasquez with 2 scoreless. Freeze with the go-ahead hit. And the Pirates are feeling good after a series win here in New York.
I like the fact that Polanco looks like he's really starting to come on now. Had a real good at bat there in that 9th inning. He's going to be one of the key guys, I hope, for this offense in the second half of the season. Get that batting average up and get some balls over the fence.
So the Pirates beat the Mets 5-3, the final here tonight. And let's go back to the studios now to talk this one over with Rob and Michael.